Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares. Welcome back to my 31 Days of Horror in October, day 21. It's also Wild Eye Wednesday, and today we're going to be talking about Human Zoo. But before I get into my review, I wanted to take the time to thank Wild Eye for sending me this copy to review for you guys. They have an awesome company. They are definitely where it's at with independent horror. I'm going to put the links to their YouTube channel and their official website in the description box below. Definitely check them out. They're definitely worth your time. Now, Human Zoo is a 2020 film which runs approximately 109 minutes and is written and directed by John E. Seymour. Now, the only thing I could find on him was Tangled 8 and a little bit of television. Now, the big name in this, of course, is Robert Carradine. Robert Carradine plays a producer. He, of course, was in the Revenge of the Nerds films, Escape from LA, and Goes to Mars. We also have Josie Rosette as contestant 1018. She was in Intersect, Battlefield 2025, and The Experience. And Rachel Amanda Bryant as contestant 182. She was in 12 Months, Scratch, and The Campus. Now, this had a budget of $86,000. And this has a very interesting premise. At least I thought it was an interesting premise. They are basically going to do a reality show and a game show, kind of a mixture, where a bunch of contestants go into solitary confinement, because that's what it's called, solitary confinement. And they're going to see who can outlast the rest of the people. Now, of course, there is a way to get out, and it kind of reminded me of 60 Days In, which was a pretty interesting show where they put people in jail who didn't deserve to be, to kind of try to figure out what the problems of the jail were. And there was a certain way in order to quit the game. You had to make your hands an X like this and say, I quit. Okay. The last person was supposed to win $1 million, and then they changed it to $2 million right before they started the game. You get fed once a day, and you get water once a day, and it's supposed to be enough to last you all day long. And you're basically in an 8x8 cell, more or less, with a bucket to defecate in. And that's it. You're going to be watched the entire time. Well, things don't exactly go the way that they're planned. You get to see all the contestants, you get to see what they go through, you get to see how long before they tap out. But you also get to see what happens afterwards. And that I'm not going to get into. That you're going to have to watch it and find out for yourself. It is an interesting film. Okay, now I have some pros and cons. I'm going to go with the cons first because there's not that many of them. But they are kind of big. The first con was the runtime. This could have been chopped down easily by 20 minutes, and I don't think it would have mattered. It's way too long. That's my first con. It's probably going to sound like I have a lot of cons. The second con is you have Robert Carradine, who basically looks and acts like he's reading off of a piece of paper for the little bit of time that you get him. To me, that was annoying. If you're going to have a talent like Robert Carradine playing in your movie, use him to all he's worth. Have him act, not act like he's reading something off of paper. I mean, it just seemed a little ridiculous. Another con is out of all the contestants that they had in there, not many were really likable, which is okay. But it seemed like they focused on the unlikable ones more than the people who were succeeding. And I get that. They wanted to get the reaction. They wanted to get the acting. It's kind of a con, but it's kind of not. Now, the pros for this movie are I thought the acting was fantastic. In a lot of cases, the acting blew me away. Another pro was that I kind of had, you could kind of feel what it was like to be in that sort of environment. Although most of us have no idea what that's like, I'm sure. But it kind of had a way of making you feel that you were in that place. Um, I gave this one a 6. I thought 6 was fair for this one because it did have a lot of cons. It had a lot of pros. It just, I don't know. I think the end is what put it at a 6 for me because I didn't really care for the end. My wife actually watched this with me because she likes reality television. I said, well, why don't you watch this with me because I know it's about reality television. And the end just really, it made us mad. That's all I'm going to say about that. Now, like I said, I gave this one a 6, and that is 6 smashed pumpkins. Another big thank you to Wild Eye for sending me this. And if you like what you see in here, hit that like button and subscribe. And until next time, peace.